Oh no, production value. I was muted that entire time. Son of a. Sorry, guys. So I am Akuma. With me, we're gonna jump back real fast. We got Jailbait. We got first pick as GG, and I am the host or the shoutcaster with the Beardist. And so we have another doubleheader ahead of us. So sit on tight. This should be a really good match because Jailbait and first pick GAZLOWE GG are within a few points of each other. We're literally talking a single point in the standings right now. Jailbait sitting at 12, first pick GAZLOWE GG AFK sitting at 11. And winning a domination here will catapult both teams based on the current standings to number 3. Not taking into account how the other teams do, of course, but based on the current standings, it would catapult them pretty high, especially if those other teams don't get domination victories. So let's jump on back into the draft. Sorry about, the lack of microphone. So we're gonna get back on in there. Now, Deckard Cain has been picked up, and this is Deckard Cain week. Deckard Cain is allowed to be used, and what's interesting is they first picked Deckard. Deckard is pretty powerful, but is he better than Stukov? I think he's pretty high up there. My opinion, based on seeing him used, is that Deckard has high like floor for how he's going to get played in competitive versus how he's played in something like Hero League. If you go and take a look at his actual, hot slog, he's not doing too hot, I believe. If we look at, hero and map statistics, and we're gonna filter it down to Master and Diamond only, which gives a much more accurate view of the world. And we go to Deckard. Deckard is sitting at 50% win rate, 50.9% win rate. He's towards the bottom of the pack though. The lowest win rate is basically never played, so we're not going to count that. We filter it down to just Master, for instance. Deckard is going to be sitting at 51.3% win rate. To put that in perspective though, 51.3% win rate puts him above Illidan, Oriel, and Murky in that order. So based on like Master's play, he's not doing too hot. However, based on what I believe he's capable of, I think he's going to be forced to be reckoned with long term. Between his root plus damage he can do with that, his insane amount of healing he can output, the lure NATO or stay a while and listen, and they're all pretty good tools in Deckard Cain's kit, in my opinion. There's even the Horadric Cube, which has a lot of different tools that you can use with it if you pick up the gems build. And yeah, I think he has a lot of versatility. But let's continue on with the current draft. The problem with picking up Deckard Cain was they gave up Garrosh and they gave up Malfurion. Although I personally think Stukov is better than Malfurion, and they gave up Garrosh and Malfurion. Well, technically they're going to give up any support. And in my opinion, Deckard is at least as good as Malfurion, but probably not better than Stukov. My tier list is Stukov, Unuro Numero. He's Ichiban, baby. And Malfurion, he's number 2. Deckard Cain, probably in your normal Hero League, not even close to number 2. But I think competitive play, he can be up there. So we're going to see the Phoenix and the ETC. Now, Phoenix has been seeing a lot of play, but he's not seeing a lot of play in the traditional sense anymore. People are moving him to a solo lane role, and that's because his solo lane role is generally better than his 4-man ability to like DPS, deal damage, clear waves. Like, it's significantly safer too. Like, he wins his 1v1s pretty handily because he has a shield that's pretty large, and you go and trade, your shield for someone's HP pool. Even if you get only one shot in, if they have no self-sustain, you've won the trade. He walks away, gets his shield back up, and he clears it again. Additionally, any melee cannot walk forward because you clear the wave and deal damage to them from your AoE. So that's why you're seeing Phoenix in the solo lane, unlike, you know, other heroes, or, well, replacing some other heroes. So ETC is a hero I really like. Now the problem is they picked ETC into a Malfurion and Garage. There's the potential for, Twilight Dream to be ripped if he's now caught in the slide. There's the opportunity for Garage to actually, Earthshaker throw ETC, especially if he pops Indomitable. Indomitable will give him the time he needs to actually interrupt ETC's Mosh. Now, the Hanzo ban is a solid ban. Hanzo's just a solid hero all around. Pretty much like, he's pretty much your standard range DPS at this point in Heroes of the Storm. Basically, if you played when Vala was popular, you replace Vala with Hanzo, and that's what the current meta is. Now, on the opposing side, we saw the Sonya ban. No solo laner taken out there, or the solo laner potentially taken out, but this is kind of a weird ban in my opinion, because Phoenix could be the solo laner. You don't know if he is or is not going to be the solo laner. If you don't know if he is or is not the solo laner, then, well, you are potentially throwing away a ban. To be fair though, at this point in time, they have enough set up where you don't know who you should or could ban. Now, first pick, GAZLOWE, GG, AFK, playing to their namesake, picking up that GAZLOWE, and they're also picking up Kel'Thuzad. That's kind of spicy. I really like it. We'll see how it actually plays out in action, because Kel'Thuzad is one of those, he needs to hit the 30 stacks of blight for his, innate questing talent. If he doesn't hit that 30 stacks, then you're looking at, well, pretty much a hero who does nothing. So we're going to get the Falstad and the Blaze. Jailbait opting to play a macro heavy game of getting that global with Falstad, being able to keep up with GAZLOWE, so not allowing him just free push. They can have Falstad clear the wave, have him fly in for the objective, and not ever let GAZLOWE, do GAZLOWE things. So we got ourselves the front line, we got ourselves the solo, which is going to be the GAZLOWE. We have the Malfurion, and so we need another body in the 4-man, most likely the 4-man, unless they do something like a 1-3-1 or a 1-1-3. And they're going to pick up Leoric. So they are doing something a little less traditional here. I'm assuming GAZLOWE is not going to be in the 4-man, that he'll be in the top lane. They're going to plant Leo in the bot lane, and then they're going to have the 4-man of Garage, Malfurion, and Kel'Thuzad, which is actually a comp that can, drop the bombs on people and get some kills. So these two comps are pretty spicy. We got the Decker Kane coming out as a first pick for Jailbait, which means that they're really valuing him very highly. On the other side, we have first pick GAZLOWE, GGFK, opting for a GAZLOWE and a Kel'Thuzad. So the GAZLOWE isn't anything crazy, because I essentially expect the GAZLOWE to come out, because that's their name. And from other streams that I've seen, they play the GAZLOWE. So it's not just like a gimmicky name. They actually play to their name. What's interesting though is that they've chosen a very untraditional setup, and they opted for a Kel'Thuzad on top of that. But they have slows from Leo, the throw and stun from Garage. They have Malfurion for the roots. They have Kel'Thuzad for roots and slows. And all of this is kind of scary. They have a lot of soft crowd control and a bunch of hard crowd control on the other side of the field. They do have the Blaze stun. They do have the ETC slide and knockback, and they do have the root from Decker Kane. So we'll see how this actually plays out in the game now. All right. So we are back in here. We got ourselves H2O on the ETC. Smoke Dolphin on the Blaze. Galaxy on the Phoenix. Stormkiller on the Falstad. Junkrat is playing Decker Kane and not Junkrat, and that is going to be Jailbait On the opposing side, we have Ursik on the Leoric, Banshee on the Kel'Thuzad, Deity Minion on the Malfurion, Cass on that Gaz, Absolved on the Garrosh, and that is going to be first pick GAZLOWE GG AFK. There's the throw onto H2O, the pull and the root coming on out. Decker King getting a nice root. Absolved getting absolutely eliminated from there. Absolved of his sin of his poor positioning. So, early game first kill, the footsie battle favoring Jailbait. We have Falstad heading on down, starting this up, clearing it up, and we got Smug Dolphin facing against Leoric. Now let's pull up the talents here. We got the Prog Rock, Seasoned Marksman, Arsenal Synergy, interesting choice. Adrenaline Stimpack, Scroll of Identity is what he's opting for. Now they pick up another kill in the meantime in the mid lane. Not what you want so early. They are keeping up though in general, which is good. A nice combo coming out from Absolved, but he's going to get rooted in place. No, just managed to get out. So we also have Scroll of Identity, which I was saying. So, you know, get more reveal time. You get armor reduction. On the other side, we got the Scrap-O-Matic Smelter, which is interesting. I don't think anyone actually picks this. Well, we are seeing someone pick this. But if you look at like hot slogs, people pretty much all go Regen Master. H2O going to get comboed again from Absolved. He'll be sliding on out and be perfectly fine. So we got the Warbreaker, the Barb Chains, the Consume Vitality, and finally Nature's Swiftness. So, oh no, ETC getting rooted in place, getting tossed around by Absolved again. You know, Absolved doing a really nice job on the tank roll so far. And that Garrosh, like getting the combo time after time. He's only at 3 stacks, but it's not going to matter too much. Now, there's something to point out. You saw Absolved sitting in this bush, you know, harassed ETC. You're actually seeing him do it again. He's keeping vision for his team, something that's critical for a tank player to do. They'll actually have Cass sitting here, but what's interesting is they're not leaving, you know, GAZLOWE bottom. I actually think they should be leaving GAZLOWE in one of the two places. Oh, combo onto Falstad. He's going to get rooted in place. Very nicely done. The barrel roll is going to be enough to get out because H2O comes on in to interrupt him. In the meantime, there's the root. We almost have this at 10. Not going to matter too much. There's another root. Galaxy going to be able to get out. Throw onto Junkrat though. Deckard has nowhere to run. The stun coming out from GAZLOWE is going to land. There's even more damage on him, but it's not going to matter. Absolved having to back off now, and that is no one dying. Deckard Cain walking away, hitting him with his Pimp Cane, and you know, no one likes getting hit by the Pimp Cane. So I like the invade, and they actually are going to be able to pick this up now. So I was saying, what's really weird is that they haven't had GAZLOWE sit in one lane at any point. There's the throw onto Falstad. Stormkiller is not going to make it out. Banshee essentially, you know, debating Falstad to, you know, run away from the wall right into the loving arms of Garrosh. And as we know how orcs go, they have to smork. So top lane has already been started. We got Smug Dolphin, Junkrat. I didn't have a chance because of all the fighting that's been going on to talk about how Smug Dolphin should theoretically lose the fight against, you know, Leo. Additionally, there's double warrior, which means double the opportunity to drain and really have a lot of value out of Leo. There's the throw onto Smug Dolphin. There's the root. He's going to get caught in place. Nice body blocks. Indomitable being used. He is now rooted in place, but it's not going to matter. They don't have enough damage at this point to kill anyone. We have 15 stacks now. So once that 30 comes through, it's really, really going to be scary. They have tons of CC. Oh, beautiful job from Absolved. Not going to get the combo, though. The root will come out, but the root will actually land onto 2 members. Leo getting obliterated. The root has come onto H2O, the Q, and they get the first blood onto ETC in this fight. The root coming out again from Decker King, getting another 2. He's almost completed this quest. This is going to be very big once he does. Junkrat in a world of hurt now, getting caught by the root, but they're focusing on Galaxy. That's not who you want to focus on, Absolved. You had an easy kill on that Junkrat, able to body him. You even had the root on him. They now need to back out of here, this fight really fast, tap it up, and re-engage. There's a root onto Galaxy once again. There's no way Galaxy is going to make it out this time. Say goodbye to Phoenix. Indomitable use, but it's not going to be enough. If they tapped before that, they would have been good. This fight is everlasting. The everlasting fight stopper. I mean, Willy Wonka would be impressed by this right now. So they're super close to getting this. Leo going to be able to drain ETC. He's gotten on out of there with the slide. This is pretty much, at this point, first pick GAZLOWE, GG, AFK. So very nicely done. Absolved is a beast. There's some more slows and roots. Banshee doing a great job landing him. He's already at 23 stacks. We're 6 minutes into the game, and he's at 23 stacks. I'm pretty scared what's going to happen once Warbreaker's done, and 2, once we get the Blight completed. We also now have the Scroll of Identity completed, Progress at 13, Seasoned Marksman at 13, and in this time we had, you know, Stormkiller rotate down. He's going to start getting structure damage because they're just pushing for the fort. Not that I think this is bad. They're going to have Garrosh actually soak this up, have a Melt Fury and soak bottom, and they're fine. Like they take no real tower damage. So they're looking pretty spiffy, I'd say. So first pick GAZLOWE, GG, AFK. Well, they're looking mighty good here. I hope no one on their team GG AFK'd, you know, after the GAZLOWE pick. Absolved hidden thank you the wrong way. No one saw that. So we have the loudspeakers, the echo pedal coming out instead of the burst damage. The H2O not really going to matter. And we also have the completion of Phylactery of Kel'Thuzad, which means he can now respawn into a fight. And it also gives him, you know, life leech, which is a pretty big deal, especially because Heroes of the Storm pretty much lacks life leech in most regards. Pens have been picked up now. We got the Gravel Bomb, the Warlord's Challenge, the Shadow Fissure, the Entomb, and finally Twilight Dream. This is what dreams are made of, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. We got ourselves the wombo combo of dreams. We got an Entomb, we got a Tom, we got a Gravel Bomb. Unfortunately, Banshee is not going to land that one. He is at 24 stacks now, 15 and 18. 35 over there. We also have the Boomerang, the Hammer Gains, got the Gust, the Mosh Pit, Purification Salvo, a Bunker Drop, and finally Stay a While and Listen. So what's interesting is that they picked up the Mosh, but there's so many easy ways to interrupt it. There's the Gravel Bomb, there's technically Warlord Challenge, the Throw from Garrosh, there's the Root and Pull from Kel'Thuzad. There's the Twilight Dream. Picking up Mosh is highly risky here. So we're going to see first pick GAZLOWE pushing on down here. They have the Gaz advantage because Gaz God here, baby. And he is going to be taking this for. On the other side, we're going to see this Shaman Camp being picked up, Bruiser Camp. And there is no Bruiser Camp available for another 2 minutes. So they've essentially wasted that Bruiser Camp. That's one of those things a lot of people don't keep in mind. They're actually going to pick up the bottom wall. This is actually going to be really big because the next objective that is bot side, they have taps and Jailbait does not. Chris Hansen is not going to like having to sit down without anywhere to drink from. There's the Entomb onto ETC. Absolutely nowhere to go. He does have the slide. There's the Root trapping both warriors. Banshee is on the case, so going to try and pull him back. Not going to be good enough. A lot of resources burnt there. The Entomb accomplishing absolutely nothing. No taunt coming out, but thankfully Entomb is a rather short cooldown. So we're going to start this up. Absolved, once again, keeping vision for his team. They're going to get the Shaman Camp, clear that out, and now they can get into the fray. It's only 10-0. We got Banshee off on the side. I really like the positioning, and check out Decker Kane setting up all of these, you know, potions, which means that he can go on in and just basically force them to come and retreat back in. There's the Indomitable being used onto Falstad. Team is not in tow though. Indomitable's already been used. Galaxy is out of there. there is no entomb used yet. There's a throw, and there's the drain. Still no entomb. The root is not going to land on anyone. It's 25 to 13. There's a pull. ETC has been caught. The Shadow Fisher is not going to be good. He's tossed back on in, but Absolved is going to be caught. Stay a while and listen, baby. Unfortunately, GAZLOWE interrupts that as well. The Gravel Bomb has been used. The pull. We got ETC taken out, but the bunker has been used to counter most of it. Junkrat's been caught. The root, though, and it's not going to matter because Banshee's been caught. Cass is going to be going down here, and Jailbait has secured this fight. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, this is a big wave up top. They need to deal with this Punisher ASAP because Altside is actually going to be rotating back to deal with this giant wave. They unfortunately have no wall. So, GAZLOWE had what I'd consider lots of poorly used heroics. For one, you need to trap them. Two, you need to get the bunker to be used before you can use the Gravel Bomb. Because if you use the Gravel Bomb, they just drop the bunker, get in there, and nothing happens. Now, if you can land the bomb and then, taunt and then Gravel Bomb on top of that, like there's a wombo combo potential here. Just basically taunt them before they can get in the bunker, stun them before they can leave the taunt, and then Gravel Bomb them into all that, and you should hopefully kill someone at that point. They're chasing Smug Dolphin, but H2O is there in tow. There's the bunker being used. There's the root being prepped, and it's going to grab no one. Malfurion has been turned on bot, and unfortunately, Stay a While and Listen has been used on Absolved. I don't think he's going to be making it out of here. So, let's go... Let's go and discuss what's going on right now, because this is a pretty wild game so far. First pick GAZLOWE. We have... Alright, we're actually already back. So I'm going to just jump on back in. So, first pick GAZLOWE, GG AFK. Is, ahead structurally, but now they're losing some key fights here. There's the damage coming out from Phoenix. Leo's first down. Stormkiller has come on in, and Absolved is going to be next up on the list of 2 for nothing. And Leo doesn't show up still, unfortunately, so it's technically a 2 for nothing. So here's the problem. First pick Gaz is not actually able to deal with the team fight at this point, and they're about to be behind by an entire talent tier. 13 to 16, not what you want to see. We had the mic check, the giant killer, the rapid recharge. We also had the combat advantage, the target acquired. We had the adhesive petroleum, the grill and kill, fuel leak, and then we had the potion of shielding, on eyes cube, Stay a While and Listen, super healing potion, and scroll of stone curse. On the other side, we had the reduce, reuse, recycle, the hyper focus coils, extra large bombs. They're looking for some H2O, looking for that mosh. Not going to find anything there. The Gust from Stormkiller, very aggressive, but stay a while and listen, baby, because there's a rock out with your ETC out, and that is 1 down, 1 dead Gaz, 1 dead Garrosh, and that's all she wrote for that little tussle. So, a big play from Stormkiller, flanking on in there, gusting on in, and getting them 2 kills. And it's a low cooldown. Like, you can see, Stay a While and Listen is 70 seconds, not too bad. The Gust is 60 seconds, so they burnt, low cooldown heroics, essentially. Now, we also have bot lane push again. This is pretty much make or break for first pick GAZLOWE, GG AFK. If they do not get a kill here, like, they need to kill him right now, blow him up, say goodbye. We got Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight, boys, because Stormkiller was fried extra crispy? Well, I guess he was actually frostbitten, so I guess the bird had to be chucked. So this is what they need. They get themselves almost to 16. They're still down in talent here, but they need to rotate up and fight this ASAP. They need to use every second they have of this advantage to fight down a talent tier. If they fight down a talent tier, it's difficult, and the team is not coming. GAZLOWE is AFK, so it's time to report him. Because by the time he gets up here, there's going to be 5 seconds, and then Falside's going to just fly on out. Entomb, are we going to get the big Entomb? Entomb has been used. GAZLOWE not there. There's stay a while and listen being used to counter the Entomb. Still no. There's the bomb. We got ETC caught on in. He has nowhere to go. He's rooted back in place, but it's not going to matter. Shadow Fissure not going to land. Stormkiller back in the thick of things. The Dream has been used. Phoenix's Purification Salva has been used, and no one has gone down. They do have taps available. They need to go back and tap first pick GAZLOWE, because they can come and actually win this cast, though, in no man's land. Say goodbye to the Gaz, because he's going to be killed by Deckard Cain. The old pimp is dropping the hammer, because he just secured that kill. Absolved coming on in, trying to use that Q. Going to be interrupted. Absolved getting super low. Going to use the Indomitable. Now has that shield, and they will make it out in time. They do have the 16s now available. They can tap, but that is unfortunately way too late. This is what, if you've ever watched Chew 8, Potato Rotato, that was a Potato Rotato, guys, if I've ever seen one. You're down structures now. You have a kill. You have a kill advantage, and you do absolutely nothing with it. Basically, they come in really nice Entomb. Oh, the Shadow Fissure! Say goodbye to Deckard Cain, baby! The old man has been put out of his misery, and I don't think he even had a chance to go to a nursing home. Hospice care wasn't even in the cards either. So I was saying, that Potato Rotato, when you're up in a kill and you have an advantage, you need to exploit your advantage. If you're down a level or talent tier and you're up in a kill, you need to exploit your advantage when it's kind of a make or break situation. First pick GAZLOWE, GGAFK did the opposite. They basically stood there and didn't do anything with it. You had GAZLOWE way too slow. I mean, like, you could visibly see how slow he was. Entomb dropped, which is long enough to give you the idea. Oh, Stormkiller is going to make it out. I feel like the Entomb could have dropped, but he could have just barrel rolled over it and escaped. But yeah, Gaz needed to rotate sooner, and they may have actually won that engagement if he had been up there. But they didn't. But they do pick up, the kill on Deckard Cain, forcing him to retreat, getting absolutely nothing of value out of this, really. They do get the top fort, but overall, it's not too bad. They are down 3 levels at this point. 3 actual levels in about 2.5 levels of XP. So this is actually very brutal for, first pick GAZLOWE. They're now going to go and have to clear up mid-wave on the other side. But here's where this is where that well that was taken early is going to make or break the game. Right now, they have somewhere to retreat to temporarily. They have nothing bottom side for Jailbait, but this is going to be very make or break. They are setting up on the shrine very early, or sorry, the altar, shrine, altar, same difference. There's the throw, absolved, interrupting. They're going to take this camp. Unfortunately, this is very early, this camp. You take the camp super early, other team clears, and then the other team gets free push, and then you're the one who has to clear and deal with it. Stormkiller in no man's land. Oh, he's not going to get the grab, but the Rue he's going to get out in time. He did pick up the epic mount too, which actually bought him enough time. Oh my god, Cass. Oh, Cass is going to get bodied here. There comes a stun, but it's not going to matter. Stay a while and listen, not going to do much of anything. Indomitable has been used, but Zob's going to be caught in there, and his team is not able to help him at all at this. The W, there's the gravity bomb, the stun. It's not going to matter. They're all going to walk away. The bunker and the Mosh has been used. Oh, baby, Mosh wasted. And they're still fighting this out. The pull. We got another Kentucky Fried Chicken wing, guys. I'm hungry tonight. And ETC, there's the mosh pit. A 2-for-1. And first pick GAZLOWE GGFK is back in this bad boy. That was one back and forth fight. We got the purification coming on out the root. Galaxy has nowhere to go. Does have the port now. Banshee has to be careful. We got Deity Minion there to keep him alive. And H2O accidentally used that, mosh pit. Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. But look at this value out of the Shaman Camp. The Shaman Camp and all these minions. Oh my god. They could theoretically take something here. They're going to actually take the well. They're going to get this for free. And you can see, you can right click to leave the bunker. He used the R. And that cost them a huge cooldown. There's 50 seconds. And that might actually be the game breaker right there. This keep is down to 30% health. They can march onto the front wall here. What was interesting is they lost Absolve, but then they were able to turn that situation around majorly. They're also going to pick up this camp. They should be able to get this pretty quick. We haven't had a chance to look over some of these towns. We got the turret storage, extra large bombs. We also have defensive measures, the Earth Shaker, Hunger and Cold, the Chains of Ice. We got the Might of the Scourge, so we can see a lot of Shadow Fissures potentially, Titanic Might, and the Miniature Black Hole. So this is going to be huge gravity bombs. We also got the Silencing Tomb, and then we're going to get the Life Bloom, which is pretty nice for the chunky health pools on the side of first pick Gaz. So this has already been melted through about 50%, but they should still be able to get this keep. They have the Siege, they have some minions here. They have enough time to just smack this right now. They should be focusing. Oh, there comes the Entomb onto Junkrat. Bunker's been used. He's able to escape. ETC going to be able to get on out. They get the keep. They burn only the Entomb. And everything is fine and dandy. So, I'm not sure if that's what Ursic was looking for. Is essentially delaying them. Kind of like, keeping them from harassing the people who are actually able to take down the keep, which is GAZLOWE and Kel'Thuzad. Those are the two people who can actually DPS it down enough. And thus they did. So I don't know if it was actually a call to commit to try and getting the kill, or if it was a call to just, body him and delay him until the keep is down, which worked perfectly as well. So the other towns, we had the spooky Ghost build that was picked up. We had that Silencing Entomb, Ice Block, and Nature's Balance. The Life Bloom. We also had the Deep Roots, the Wild Growth, the Willing Vessel, the Ghastly Reach instead of Kneel Peasants. We had that Glacial Spike, which you've been seeing over and over. On the other side, we had Giant Killer, the Crippling Offensive Cadence, Thermal Protection, and for the 20s, we had Death Metal, as we saw used earlier. The Epic Mount, which I pointed out, Singularity Charge, Fortified Bunker, and finally, Bottomless Flask. So this is really good for first pick GAZLOWE GGFK. They have the bottom lane pressure. Eventually, if they clear this up, they need to let this build up. They want this to build up because look at what's top lane. Top lane is the next objective. So let this continue to build up on its own. Don't do anything. Let the catapults do all the work for you because next objective is not going to happen for a while. You can rotate down on the side of first pick GAZLOWE. Clear. Don't do this. No. Sigh. I was saying let this build up on its own. You wait for them to rotate down. And if they don't rotate down, you clear it before the objective. And then they have 3 catapults heading to their core. Sit in the mid. Delay it. Fight. Do whatever you want. But don't push this out. Because you want to keep it back here. You want them to be in a dangerous position. Because look at how much safer they are. They don't have a keep to retreat to be fair. But look how much closer they are to their base. If you're over here and fighting and letting the catapults build up, for one, you have the same distance to retreat as they do now, which is quite far, but it's significantly safer. The bot lane's been pushed in. They're going to clear this up. They're going to rotate up to the objective. They should get themselves good position here. Cat should leave a turret just to disrupt their rotations. That's one of the things they haven't been doing. is leveraging turrets for, like, you know, rotation disruption. You want to disrupt the rotation because you put one here and or here, you can pretty much ensure that they're going to get dismounted, giving your team extra time to actually start the objective. Like Junkrat dismounted, Galaxy dismounted, H2O wouldn't be dismounted, Smug wouldn't be dismounted. You'd get 2 dismounts. And I mean, they get really good positioning at this point. Kess is walking way too far forward. Oh my god, here's the 3-man mosh. Okay, no mosh coming on out. Had my heart racing there. Stormkiller coming on up. Lane spin pushback. A domino been used. There they go. The taunt. There's the Rue. Silence. Gravel bomb. We're seeing it all, baby. Galaxy's out of it. The bunker has been used. Only one in there. Absolve trying to pick up that Junkrat. There goes the Heradra crew. Smug Dolphin. Oh, man. Junkrat instantly obliterated. Not able to use Stay a While and Listen at all. And that's all. We got 1, 2, 3. We got the triple, baby. They're now turning on to H2O. He's been interrupted from that slide. They'll be able to turn on back. Smug Dolphins down for the count. H2O is next up, and we got the full ace coming on up. And first pick, GAZLOWE, GG, AFK are going to be taking this game. Wow. Unfortunately, I already clipped it. I wanted to go to instant replay instead, but my god, that was juicy. I like my wombos large, extra large, supersized, baby. And that was supersized. So Phoenix will be up in a second. 15 seconds. There's absolutely no way they're going to be able to stop this. They have 10 seconds before anyone else is up. We have the John Cena alley-oop, the silence, say goodbye to Phoenix. And that's going to be all she wrote for this game. Because, well, pretty much didn't even matter if they lost that bunker or that mosh during the bunker, you know, escape. May have turned the game around for first pick, but that last fight was still first pick's game to win. As, you know, we saw a minute ago there. So let's get the highlights ready to go. We had some good action today, tonight, and then actually get to right set of replays. Make sure I'm not asking someone else's replay or showing someone else's replay. So hold on real tight. Yeah, that's the wrong one. So if you've never enjoyed one of my casts, well, you're all about to get the pleasure of seeing a beautiful highlight reel. You know, you might have seen some other casters. You might have seen them talk about the awesome things that happened. Well, here you get to watch the awesome things that happened once again before you have to, you know, sit around and have nothing to do. So taking a look at some of these numbers. Cast Maniac on that GAZLOWE getting almost 72 damage, 72k damage, almost 18k XP, 205, 1,000 seed damage on top of that. I mean, Cass, my god, absolutely doing a fantastic job when it was all said and done. Other side, Deckard Cain, 79k. I think the problem for the Deckard was that they opted for the Stay a While and Listen, even though it had, you know, wombo combo potential. The biggest problem was that it got interrupted several times from all the interrupts. All the same things that interrupt Mosh Pit interrupt, you know, Deckard Cain. So Lornado was probably the pick here to try and help them, to try and interrupt their positioning, get him caught, and so forth and so on. The problem is Lornado doesn't play very nicely a lot of times with, you know, the Mosh, since essentially Lornado is going to be knocking him around and pushing him off. So let's get on over to the highlight reel while I get us going for game number 2.